So we now go to our final set of heats here at Wackersdorf. And first up, let's have a look at the grid. It is going to be for Micromax. So Gabriel Hoffmann and Noah Janssen will start on the front row of the grid. Noah Janssen took the victory in Heat 1 a little bit earlier on today. Niklas Casarino starts on third position in the number 12. Alongside will be Arjen Kreling in the number 62, running on the Maranello chassis. Christos Malakos in the 27 will start fifth, ahead of Tim Stiger, with Stavros Sotos Francia in the 91, rounding out the 7 strong. And despite the fact that these grids might be on the low side, they have provided us with some fantastic action here so far today. So once again, 7 minutes on the clock plus an additional lap. And then they'll be able to have a little bit of a respite, have some chill out time, have a good dinner, and then get themselves ready and sleep well for tomorrow. Because tomorrow is going to be even more action-packed than what we've had today so far. Right, we're just waiting for the rest of the Micromax drivers to make their way on to the rolling start. Now, it looks like we have 6 drivers. Tim Stiger is going to be starting from the pit, so Tim Stiger will be at a little bit of a disadvantage. However, it is down to Hoffmann and Janssen to control the rolling start formation. So through the final couple of corners we go. They split. They head into the tram lines. Are we ready? Are we steady? Revs rise. The lights go out. We are off and racing. And it's nearly a 3-way scrap. Well, it is a 3-way scrap because Janssen has been passed by Casarino, who's trying to go for the lead already through turn 4. And what's more, Casarino has got it. Oh, my goodness. That was inspired, bravado-filled driving from Niklas Casarino in the number 12. That is one brilliant move. Just looking at it again, absolutely spectacular. As you can see now that there could be a change possibly for second. Well, there nearly was a change for second. There could have been a change for third there if Arjen Kreling was not careful, because Noah Janssen was breathing up the inside. But now Janssen looking to assert a bit of dominance on this race in some respects in terms of the positioning of his karts. And Janssen gets past Kreling, going through into turn 3. Now Casarino leads after lap 1. On to lap 2. A pretty clean affair we've seen before a little bit earlier on. But you can just see from how close these drivers are. Now Janssen and Hoffmann were battling away in Adria at the tail end of May. Back at loggerheads again here in Wackersdorf, a few thousand kilometers away. A few hundred kilometers away, because from Wackersdorf down to Adria it's about 950 kilometers, give or take. And here goes Gabriel Hoffmann. He's looking up the inside of Casarino again. But as we saw in the first heat a little bit earlier on, Casarino parking the kart where he needed to, but Hoffmann looking to get the run. Noah Janssen's trying to get through, and they both get through on Casarino before they even hit the apex on turn 3. Now Janssen decides, right, my time is now, and Casarino again. Oh, Janssen gets mugged, not just by 1, not just by 2, but by 3 drivers going through the exit. It was Hoffmann one way, and I mean, effectively, what happened was that Hoffmann was round the outside, Casarino was the inside, and then all of a sudden, Arjen Kreling decides, well, I'll jump into the pool party, shall I? And then Noah Janssen deciding, well, I'm going to take back third position. Krahling's trying to do the old, oh no you don't, sunshine, you're not going to get past me that easily, but has to back out of it and wait for the next opportunity. This is where things get really, really interesting. Noah Janssen runs a little bit wide coming out of the final corner. That's going to give Arjen Kraling an opportunity to close in. Noah Janssen has set the fastest lap, but keep your eyes on the front of the field. Casarino looking to get past Gabriel Hoffmann once again for the lead of the race. We're on lap number 4, and Hoffmann doing what he needs to do. I know that his family over in other parts of Europe are watching, so I hope you're all enjoying the show. We definitely are here at Wackersdorf. Now you can see how closely packed this top 4 are. Last time around they were covered by just exactly 9/10 of a second. I think it's probably going to be more like 6/10 of a second at the end of this next lap, because the way that they're battling at the moment just absolutely is beyond belief how young these drivers are, but they have old heads on young shoulders. They come across the line to complete lap number 4. Hoffmann leads. His lead now is 0.2 of a second. It was half a second between the top 4, as you could see a little bit of rubber marbling flying off into the distance. The amount of pickup on the outside of turn 3, as Noah Janssen was looking for a move up the inside of Niklas Casarino, possibly going through turn 4. The number 12 Praga driver was able to close the door and keep it shut firmly. So Noah Janssen, who won the first race, now having to fight a little bit. And you can see that Janssen sizing up a move through turn number 11 on Casarino. Gets the job done. Now, Kraling looking to go past Casarino. As Noah Janssen trying to chase down Gabriel Hoffmann. Just over 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go, plus an additional lap. Hoffmann leads. Janssen looking for the move up the inside. Through into turn 3 he goes and gets the lead from Hoffmann. And now Casarino looking to close in on the 2 in front and bring along Arjen Kraling in the 62. But does Kraling have other ideas? Judging by that move I've just seen through turn 6, he does. But sometimes by doing that, you can cause yourself a bit of an impediment. Hinder rather than help yourself, as there's a look over the left shoulder from Noah Janssen. See where Gabriel Hoffmann is. There is Hoffmann. He sits a little bit further forward in the seat, puts the helmet towards the steering wheel. Does so again to get that aerodynamic efficiency helping. Coming out of the final corner, Hoffmann closing in, but the slipstream not being as effective enough as he'd probably like. After 6 laps, we're on to lap number 7, so we've probably got this, maybe another couple more as well, with the pace they're running at in the 58s. And Hoffmann waiting, biding his time, looking for the opportunistic move that may or may not present itself around this circuit. Sometimes if you want to make a gap, you've got to sometimes, or if you want to find a gap, you've got to make the gap. And if you can force your opponent into an error that they don't want to commit or make, then that is where things can change. Okay, we're into the last 30 seconds, plus an additional lap of the second heat, second and final heat for Micromax, before we see them tomorrow for their first final at 10:30 local time. So we've got this plus one more additional lap. We're on to lap 8, the penultimate lap of this race, and also of the day for Micromax, as Arjen Kraling in the Maranello chassis, the number 62, swarming all over the back bumper, the number 12 Praga of Niklas Casarino. So next time around, Gabriel Hoffmann will get the hurry-up sign. The main reason being is that he knows that he's behind Noah Janssen, who is on the verge of making it the double victory here today at Wackersdorf in the opening round of the season, or the heats. And everyone at the moment, the top 6 are circulating Stavros Sortos Francia comes across the line. Also, now goes on to the penultimate lap, but one more lap remains as the timer has hit zero about 47 seconds ago. Now Gabriel Hofmann is a bit further adrift than where he should be. He needed to be about 0.2 of a second behind Noah Janssen, but look at Arjan Kreling trying to get past Niklas Casarino, and Casarino was showing a great defensive job against Gabriel Hofmann last time out, as Kreling looking for one way, then the other. Now into turn number 7, into turn 8, and the turns 9, 10 chicane for the final time. Noah Janssen might have dropped down a little bit further down the order to around about 4th position, but he's come firing back. Gabriel Hofmann has this and a couple more corners remaining to close in on the number 31 and win the second heat of the day, but it's not going to be enough. Out of the final corner, it's 2 for 2. Noah Janssen wins the double here at Micromax on the first day of the season by 0.435 ahead of Gabriel Hofmann. And there we go, the number 1 sign being shown by Noah Janssen, celebrating to his heart's content after 2 race victories. There is the number 91 of Stavros Sortos Francia on the kart, in the kart Shmi colours. Let's have a look at the finishing order for the second and final heat. It's race 7 of the meeting for Micromax. So Noah Janssen takes the victory by 0.435 seconds ahead of Gabriel Hofmann in the number 95. Niklas Casarino would hang on right up until the death and finish in 3rd place ahead of Arjan Kreling in the number 62. Christos Malakos in 5th place ahead of Tim Steger, who started from the who started from the pit lane, with Stavros Sortos Francia completing the 7 drivers, but also every single driver completed every single one of the 9 laps in that race.